Welcome back to Coin Collector. Today, we are diving deep into the history, design, and value of one of the most fascinating coins from the United Kingdom, the 1971 10-pence coin. This coin is not just a piece of metal but a slice of British history, representing a huge change in the way the UK handled money. So stay with me until the end, because by the time we finish, you'll know everything about this coin, from its origins, to how much it's worth today, and why collectors still treasure it. Let's start with the year 1971 itself. This was the year of decimalisation in the United Kingdom. Before 1971, Britain used the old pounds, shillings, and pence system, which had been in place for centuries. Under the old system, 1 pound was equal to 20 shillings, and each shilling was worth 12 pence. That meant 240 pence in 1 pound, making calculations tricky and outdated for the modern age. On the 15th of February 1971, Britain made the bold move to switch over to the decimal system. This meant that 1 pound would now be divided into 100 new pence, making it much simpler to count, calculate, and trade. The 10-pence coin was one of the first coins issued under this brand new decimal system, and that's why the 1971 10-pence coin holds such historical importance. Now let's talk about the design. The obverse of the coin, or the front side, features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. At this time, the portrait was designed by Arnold Machin, and it is one of the most recognizable images of the Queen, showing her wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. This portrait was used on British coins from 1968 until 1984, so the 1971 10-pence coin was one of the early adopters of this iconic design. Moving to the reverse side, the coin features a striking design of a crowned lion, which represents the lion passant gourdant, a powerful symbol of England and the monarchy. This design was created by Christopher Ironside, who was responsible for many of the decimal coin designs we still remember today. The word new pence was also inscribed on the coin, because in 1971 the decimal system was still new and the government wanted people to clearly see that these were not the same as the old pence. Later on, in 1982, the inscription was changed to simply 10 pence. The 1971 10-pence coin was quite large compared to today's coins. It measured 28.5 millimeters in diameter and was made of cupro-nickel, a mixture of copper and nickel. This larger version of the coin was in circulation until 1992, when the coin was reduced in size to make it more convenient to carry and to align with modern currency needs. So, how many of these coins were minted? The mintage of the 1971 10-pence coin was huge, as it was the first year of decimalisation and the Royal Mint wanted to ensure that everyone had enough of the new coins. More than 296 million of these coins were struck for circulation. That means the 1971 10-pence is not rare in terms of numbers, but its importance lies in being the very first official decimal issue. Now let's get into the part you are probably waiting for, the value. Since these coins were made in the hundreds of millions, finding one today in circulated condition is quite easy, and its value is usually around its face value, maybe slightly more for collectors who want a neat example from 1971. However, if you happen to find a 1971 10-pence in uncirculated or proof condition, that's where things get interesting. A coin in mint state can be worth anywhere between 2 to 5 pounds, and proof sets containing the 1971 10-pence can be even more valuable, sometimes selling for 10 to 15 pounds depending on condition and demand. Collectors also love to own these coins as part of a full decimalisation set. Having the original 1971 coins, from the halfpenny, the penny, the 2 pence, the 5 pence, and of course the 10 pence, is like owning a complete piece of history from the very first year of the decimal era. Another fun fact is that while the coin is not considered rare today, many people held onto them as keepsakes back in 1971. Families stored them away in jars and boxes as a memory of the big changeover. Some of these coins, when discovered decades later, still appear shiny and untouched, making them attractive for collectors. In summary, the UK 1971 10-pence coin is a cornerstone of British decimal coinage. It might not make you rich, but it is an important collector's piece because it tells the story of a nation modernizing its currency system. It carries the portrait of a young Queen Elizabeth, the proud symbol of the English lion, and the word new pence that marked a new beginning in British coinage. So, if you come across a 1971 10-pence coin, keep it safe. It's more than just 10 pence, it's a piece of history that represents change, tradition, and the story of Britain's money. Thank you for watching Coin Collector. If you enjoyed learning about the 1971 10-pence coin, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another deep dive into the world of coins. Share this video with your friends who love history and collecting, and let's continue uncovering the hidden stories behind the coins in our pockets. Until next time, happy collecting.